Yep. That's what it seems like, anyways. I don't know. All right, here we are, Gage. We are in the pre-show before the Xbox event. We have just over 1 minute until it starts. What are we looking for here from Xbox? What are we looking to see?
So here's what's gonna happen.
Okay,
We're
tell
gonna
me.
open the show with State of Decay 3, seven
Okay,
minute gameplay trailer
okay.
with release date. Second game, Halo Finite,
Halo,
which is the
Halo
sequel to Halo
Finite.
Infinite. And then we got Splinter Cell Remake, obviously, is gonna show up.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
10-minute deep dive to Fable. And
Fable.
then we're gonna end the show on a 5-minute gameplay video for Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are we starting with here? I'm just now understanding what's happening on the screen here. Like, what are we looking at here?
I believe this is Fallout 76.
Is it? Oh. Uh-oh, here we go. 8, 7, 6. Here we go. It's about to start. Get cooking. State of Decay 3 coming 2029?
Stop.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, first party game right off the bat. Oh my god, this is Clockwork game, Clockwork Revolution from An Exile?
Do you think I care that the colony is in disarray? We didn't
Or is this
This
the
is
Outer
not.
Worlds?
This is the Outer Worlds 2, isn't it?
It might be, actually.
To spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky
Yeah, it
collector's
is. You're
agent
right.
is mucking things up.
You saw something that reminded you of a clock, and
Yeah,
that
that it
pushed you
did.
towards Clockwork
And they
Revolution.
think
You're
we
right,
just
yes,
choose
it
how
did.
things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger
Our
aligned
market
with
share.
Uber and that world computer
I
of
am
theirs?
excited for this
That
game.
could be
I
the
love
key
the
to
first
closing
game.
the rifts that threaten the colony.
You also love capitalism a lot too.
You see why this menace
I like
must be wiped
capitalism.
from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism.
Hell yeah. I love
Now,
capitalism.
let's get out there and buy our way to victory.
Oh my gosh.
And yearning for you. My heart and
This game looks really pretty too.
It looks great. It looks really, really good.
Yeah.
I just wish they'd add a third person mode.
I mean, first person's the best person. You know. Same. Yeah. What a banger trailer to start with, and then they're gonna end with their direct.
the cost may be high.
Oh, a shrink ray? Let's go.
One day
That's awesome.
Sick.
Oh,
someday perhaps I'll own two. For now I'll take
Oh my gosh.
cause I'm
That is awesome.
yearning for you.
Let Obsidian cook. October 29th, and I'm
Enter a need for
officially.
capitalism by capitalism. Inflate our impressions and egos by staying tuned after the showcase.
That's awesome. I love that.
that's. I'm gonna have one day to try and beat this game before
Dude,
Arc Raider comes out.
I'm just mad
World
because
premiere.
I stupidly counterpicked it, thinking it was delayed and thinking Fable.
What's wrong?
I'm just dumb.
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanzaprin.
What the heck is this? Oh, is this a High on Life sequel? Looks like a High on Life sequel, and this looks... I mean, unless this is a CG. This
Oh,
looks...
you called it. That is what it is.
Yeah. Surely this isn't gameplay, though. This is CG, right?
Yeah.
'Cause the first game doesn't look this good. I actually had fun with Ion Life for what it was. This looks like gameplay.
No, this is not gameplay. Look at the way the camera's moving around.
Yeah, that's not. Okay.
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
Ion Life 2. Look at that. Is it a Game Pass game? Yeah. It doesn't say Game... Oh, it does say Game Pass. Let's go. I'll play that for
Look
sure.
at this Xbox PC thing. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was... Yep. That's part of that thing that I was telling you about before.
So we're gonna hear something about that today.
I would imagine
They're
so.
putting it.
They're
Yeah,
marketing...
they're putting it on their splash screens.
Yeah, they're marketing it as Xbox PC now. Not sure what this is.
This art style seems super familiar to me, but yeah, I have no idea what this is.
Kind of gives me Assassin's Creed vibes, but I don't think it's that.
No. It is giving those vibes, though.
Heck?
That Wonder Woman game was canceled, right?
Yes, yes. Monolith was shut down too, right? Resonance. Interesting. Oh, a Plague Tale.
Plague Tale.
Interesting. It looks interesting. I've not played the other ones though.
This is Project Mara. Nope, this is gonna be an ad for Xbox.
New controller? This might be... Oh.
Handheld?
I think this is their partnership with, whatchamacallit. Forget the company's name. Right, yeah. I think, unless this is their own hardware, but I think this is the Asus ROG that's Xbox version. Yep, it is.
Yeah.
Your games.
Hollow Knight Silk Song? They're really getting cheeky with that.
I think it could be Stealth Drop today. I think that might make my predictions perfect if that happens. Or no, maybe not perfect, but that might be 3 correct predictions for me. If that happens. Impulse triggers.
Allegedly.
GOG Xbox Ally X. That's a hell of a name there.
24 gigs of
At
memory and 1
Xbox,
terabyte
we
of
strive to
storage.
put
That's
the
crazy.
player first.
That is
And
pretty
that's
beefy.
what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross progression. We deliver Game Pass, first on console, then on
This
PC,
will probably be the
and
spot
with
where
cloud
they
gaming.
talk about
So what's next? How can we give you
backwards
even more freedom,
compatibility.
more
Yep.
choice, more ways to play? Our next step is to unify your gaming
There
no
you
matter where
go.
you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows. On this Xbox, you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect. And the highly anticipated
Very
Hollow
cool.
Knight Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year. In
Ah.
fact, every new game you see in today's
Later
show
this
will
year.
be playable on the Xbox Ally. We have always wanted you to have the unique experience of Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere.
There you
Whether
go.
you're playing on console, PC, smart TV, or any Windows handheld like the new
Play on
Xbox
PC.
Ally, the Xbox experience roams with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players should have. Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6,
Dead to
our relationship
Rights.
with Bandai Namco Entertainment has
Love
stood the
that
test
game.
of time. We both believe in bringing amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolves Studio, this is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah Bond. The name's Bond.
The name's Bond.
Sarah
Yeah.
Bond.
Stupid. We know what Twitter would say about that. Not my Bond. That's not my Bond.
That's not my Bond.
Monsters have always been here,
Bond's gone woke.
watching from the shadows. And
Whoa.
when we were at our weakest,
That kid had blood around.
they came out
Her
into
mouth.
the light.
It's a little creepy.
We feared for our lives, but we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them,
Oh my god.
but I became something else instead.
This looks kind of cool.
Their worst nightmare.
Vampire game that's not bad?
Walker.
Question mark?
Too good to be true.
Trapped
Hey,
between
Kirik,
two
thank you
worlds,
for joining us. Kirik's joining us from his car. Nice.
fighting to understand the evil
Kirik, you're a real one.
behind it all.
He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
2026. The world will need this. Blood of Dawnwalker.
Bloodwalker, Dawn of the... Oh.
You know what?
Blood
I'm
of the
kind of intrigued by that. Intrigued to see more. Play it with Xbox Anywhere. World premiere. Oh, new game. Dude, this sounds like Peggle sound. I swear to God. Okay, that looks like... That's Super Meat Boy?
It is Super Meat Boy.
Interesting. Did you play the old ones?
I played one of them on 360. Was it late 360 or
Yeah.
early Xbox One?
I think it's 360, yeah.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Okay, that's what I was waiting for. They kept that feature where all of your replays play at the same time. That's awesome.
Oh my god. This is awesome. 3D. Interesting. Game Pass.
That sounds awesome.
It's Game Pass. You don't have to buy it. Oh, but another first party.
Lots of W's in the YouTube chat for the Super Meat Boy. Surprising amount of W's.
Very cool. What the heck?
Watch your back. Yeah.
A first party game from Team Ninja?
You're a wanted criminal now.
And Platinum?
Did
Oh,
you pay for?
this is Ninja Gaiden, I think.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it.
Because they're teaming up for Ninja Gaiden, I
The
believe.
Dark Dragon free has its consequences.
Is Ninja Gaiden only on Xbox, or is that on other platforms? I was thinking it was on others, but...
Sayori.
Ryu, there's something I need your help with.
Ryu, we need you. This does look awesome, though. And I've never played any of the Ninja Gaiden games, really. I want to play the second one, the remaster or remake, whatever.
I remember playing one of them when I was a kid, but yeah, I'm pretty blind to the franchise.
The Dark Dragon is mine.
Ninja Gaiden 4. Oh my god. Dude. the amount of games in October 21st.
GTA got delayed and everybody's like, okay, go, launch.
Yeah. It's all released the same fucking week.
No.
Some Indiana Jones DLC? I'm down for this.
Here we go.
Good luck, Indy.
What are you doing, Jones? Are you crazy?
New adventure. Let's go.
This is where it starts. Beneath the streets of Rome. Enter the city of Antioch. Find a secret relic. Bring it back to the Holy See. Defend the secret. They worshipped the giants.
Order of Giants. September 4th. GTA said, have at it. Play anywhere.
World premiere.
はるか昔、この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、
The hell is that?
生物を蝕んだ。
Is it Ghost of Yotai?
Ooh, that dismemberment looked cool on the robots. Is it Ghost of Yotai?
西暦4026年
4026. Damn. We fast forwarded a little bit there. Kirik, yes, the Indiana Jones thing was DLC, first DLC expansion. Game Freak. Interesting. Oh, first party again, Gage.
The glittering streets of
Damn
Avalon
it.
sure do shine.
What?
Because they suit their filth.
Oh, I heard a clock.
I need State of
It's
Decay.
clock. Okay, this is Clockwork Revolution now. Hell yes.
This does look very Clockwork.
This is In Exile's Clockwork Revolution. I'm excited for this. It
playing in the mud.
gives me vibes of Bioshock a little bit.
Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
It ain't for the spineless.
Keep your filthy pickers off me!
And it sure as shite ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for one.
There has been a crime! Justice itself has been affronted! I have been burgled!
Lord Griswick.
Bertolt!
Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill? We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit.
They were,
Trust your instincts, sir.
tall,
Yes, sir.
built rather
What?
muscular.
That's cool.
Go on.
The clock is like your progression system. That's actually kind of neat.
Fashionable. That's the fiend who robbed me.
They got my good side this time. Breaking in is the easy part.
Your brandy, sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
These candlesticks ain't gold. Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah, I have a customer. How can I help you?
Oh,
I talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy! There. Anything else you'd care to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here, it's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no! I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack! I'll leave you with a pissing bed of peaches!
You've either got a gun at your back, or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge.
They don't keep order, they keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
They just want us beaten, broken, and too scared to fight back.
I don't want to kill him.
That's why it pays
Holy
to be
shit.
clever and well-armed.
Oh, there you go, Gage. Customize your weapons. All the parts.
Go and end a few arguments.
That's cool. It's funny, the last trailer, or like when this was announced, I got Bioshock vibes, but now I'm getting more like Outer Worlds vibes. Which, I love that. That's fine with me also.
Right.
And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us. But look who just found Mummy's keys.
This is Clockwork Revolution, Kirik, from In Exile.
Put the bullet back in the barrel. Bring the chaos to a
Which,
crawl.
In Exile, I think, has had a very similar trajectory to Obsidian. Like, I think they're on their path to, like, becoming a much bigger developer.
We know it. One choice at a time. And I can even go back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell ya, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
Hell yeah. That's cool. That's sick. Turn them to dust.
What a great showcase for this game.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a long trailer. That was really cool. Coming in due time. I'm guessing not
Our
until
creative
after
teams
2026.
are dedicated to bringing players award-winning,
Here we go, this fucking guy.
record-breaking, critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom: The Dark Ages from Bethesda, Diablo 4: Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed
Does anyone
from
actually
Xbox
like
Game
Matt
Studios.
Booty?
All of
I'm
our
just
teams
curious.
across
Anyone
Xbox
out there
First Party
actually
are
likes this
shipping
guy?
their most played
Mrs.
games
Booty, maybe?
ever, and they're
Mrs.
also
Booty.
delivering more content
Mrs.
than
Booty
ever
getting that
before.
booty.
From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how they play the games our teams make.
We
So
got
of
it,
course,
Matt.
our games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences
Yeah,
don't
shove it,
stop
Matt.
when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records
Oh, yeah,
and brought
Fallout.
millions of players into the game.
Let's
we have
go.
more projects in the works as gaming continues
Could we
to
get a
influence
good
film
Halo
and television
project, Matt?
like
Like a
never
I was
really
gonna
good
say,
one?
how come we didn't mention the
When it
Halo
comes to
TV show,
growing
Matt
new
Booty? What happened there?
franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other. From launching a blockbuster new game, like
Honestly,
Avowed,
Obsidian's
to the
fucking
upcoming
cooking.
release
2 games
of
in
The
1
Outer
year,
Worlds
that's
2
insane.
This October.
I'd argue that
Obsidian is always
Obsidian has had a
delivering
decade
great
like
games,
no other.
and they have
Yeah.
a third game launching this year. We'll
What?
get to go deeper on it in our direct, but until then, let's take a look.
I'm sorry? They're making 3 games in 1 year? What?
And they're gonna wait. He said they're gonna go deeper on it on the direct.
In the
What does
direct,
that mean? Isn't it a
apparently. What
spin-off?
the How
It must
is
be a
this possible? They just released a game not that long ago. This is insane. For people that don't understand, making 3 games come out in 1 year from one developer, that is insane. How is that even possible? I'm sure it's going to be a smaller game, but still, that's crazy.
Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Eminent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4
It might just be in the same universe.
Science robot Burgle and Dr. Tully when an explosion
Formerly
erupted.
evil company.
Dr. Tully and the teenagers heard
Yeah, I think it's just in the same universe. I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's Grounded 2 or anything, unless I'm wrong.
Well, let's wait and see.
I might be wrong.
You could be right.
No, I think I'm wrong.
You could be wrong, too. I think you're wrong, too.
Yeah. Get shrunk. Again. Oh my gosh, this looks a lot prettier than the first game as well. They're cooking on Unreal now. Grounded 2.
I don't think riding bugs was
July 29th is coming in a month. That's insanity.
That's pretty cool. I don't think you could ride bugs in the first one, so that's kind of a neat feature.
Yeah.
The predecessor, ND3500, reached.
What the hell is this?
Predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage.
Bloober's horror game.
Orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area is highly unusual. They become exceptionally aggressive.
Maybe Bloober will cook now that they made Silent Hill pretty good. The remaster or whatever, remake.
Recommended to proceed with caution.
Oh shoot. Kirik said, what did they show 2 games ago? I'm not sure. Were you talking about Clockwork Revolution?
They seem to act more
Or were you talking about something else?
in coordination.
What game are you talking about, Kirik?
The game after Clockwork wasn't that Grounded too?
I think so, yeah. I believe. It was Matt Booty talking, and then, yeah. Chronos, the New Dawn.
Xbox Game Studio, Undead Labs.
Bethesda. Fallout 3 Remaster. That would be amazing if it was. That's not.
The Elder Scrolls Online, dude, who cares? Shut these servers down already.
Kirik said it's okay, Sonny, don't... Sonny... Oh, I think he just meant to put don't. It's okay, don't worry about it, I'll check later. Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good. New ESO expansion. Is that what you think this is?
I mean, that is what it is.
With how the show is going, I'm thinking they're going to close the show with a live demo of Gears E-Day before they go into the Outer Worlds 2 Direct.
When's the last time any of these showcases has done a live demo? It's
Not. I don't mean that. Sorry, I don't mean like live demo. I mean like gameplay walkthrough.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry, not live. Yeah.
I would be here for it. That would be a cool nostalgic throwback. Some guy standing on stage with a controller.
Yeah, I would. I would
maybe,
too.
And there's maybe a 50% chance he's actually playing it. That'd be fun.
Honestly, I think we're never gonna see live
No.
ever happen again, which sucks because that does like kill a little bit of the charm. I think.
Premiere.
Game footage, cinematics.
Mayday! Mayday! Hold one to mission control. We're falling. Thomas, the ship's breaking apart. There's no time. Evacuate now. Thomas, come in.
Ariane,
There's gonna be a sequel to that Fort Solace game.
To save mankind.
Oh yeah.
And I'll
Oh, don't nod. Interesting. Oh wow. This looks pretty neat. Some nice vibes. Don't Nod makes pretty good stories too, so this could be interesting.
I am digging the art style.
Yeah. Perfect music choice too. I like that.
Thomas, wherever you are, I'll find you.
Aphelion? She found him. Maybe she didn't find him. European Space Agency? That's cool. That they're collaborating with. Game Pass also? Insane. We don't ever have to spend money on games anymore. Well, except for your subscription.
Welcome to England,
of
Mr.
course.
David. I know this must be a shock, having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations, much like the caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the grand.
Oh my god, what is going on?
I don't know.
Be a hard pass for me, dog.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
I don't do musicals. I don't do musicals. I don't do this.
That's what it seems like it is. Wait, what?
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help?
What? Oh, this looks like the simulator game, right? What's it called?
So my father
Right.
renovating the hotel when he disappeared.
House Flipper.
Not just the
I was gonna say Power Wash Simulator, except Paint Simulator.
You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off.
Okay, this looks like your type of game. Fucking cleaning up messes and doing paint jobs in someone's house. That's like household chores.
It does. It all depends on how much singing there is in the game. I can't take that seriously. But this is looking like my type of game.
And things are gonna start looking bad. Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this place.
Okay, what?
The only one you
You're
can
making
really trust
steps out of books? Oh my god. More singing. Keurig says fast forward, please. There are no ghosts at the Grand. Look at that. It's on Game Pass, so you don't have to buy it, kid. Oh, first party. Could it be stated again?
God damn it!
Hey, maybe there's heavens and, you know, mystical things in State of Decay 3.
Who would have guessed the defender of my homeland could be my daughter?
This looks like an RTS. Maybe?
It does look like an RTS, yeah.
RTSs with heroes? That's what it kind of seems like. $65 million players. Must be a game that already exists. This isn't Age of Empires, right?
Is it? Or what's the other one that they did? They did a spin-off, Age of
Age
Heroes?
of Mythology.
Age of Mythology, that's what it is, yeah.
Yeah. You just have 78 things on the screen when you're playing this game. And I can't do it, it's too much. Give me the simplified RTSs like Halo Wars and Command and Conquer and, you know.
End War.
Yeah, exactly. Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle Earth.
만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단에 이익을 저해한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까? 당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가?
Kirik was thinking mobile game for Age of Mythology.
It did give a little bit of mobile energy.
Yeah.
The developers decided to make a game that plays exactly like the ads. Download Age of Mythology now.
Heck yeah, sign me up. What is this? Some sneaking happening. Who killed my daughter? Sam Fisher shows up.
Hey, you know what? If somebody else wants to take up the mantle of making a Splinter Cell game...
Yeah, although this looks a little more action-y.
This looks like Last of Us meets Splinter Cell.
Yeah, it does actually kind of look like that. Or like The Division.
Right.
I don't know.
당신의 분노를 이용한다.
What the fuck?
There's a lot going on in this trailer.
지정태. 지정태.
지정태. Mudang, 2 hearts. Interesting. Have you noticed we're seeing PlayStation logos? I just saw a PlayStation logo in that. Coming to PS5 also.
World premiere.
I didn't notice.
Yeah.
How long is the showcase, do we know?
It's 2 hours including the direct, so probably an hour and a half for the show and then a half-hour direct.
You don't want to know what my mood's gonna be like if we don't get a State of Decay anything, Dan.
I'm telling you, there's a chance. I told you that game's not as far along as you thought.
Novo tualibemo iwa lotaname. Ona utalima diefemo. Teonami.
I had a feeling. Oh. The Odyssey continues. Well, I wonder what. I don't recognize what this is. It looks neat.
It almost looks like a mix between Playdead and Ori.
Yeah, yeah. But it said the Odyssey continues. Like, this is like a second game in the series. Ah, okay. Never played the first one. Bethesda!
Starfield coming to PlayStation?
Fallout 76 DLC.
Well, hello there.
Hi!
Beautiful
Would you
day
make
to
an
relax by the
actual
old fishing
Fallout
hole.
game instead of
What
an
do you say?
online one?
When it
Please.
comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity.
Yes, you'll find fish of all flavors in every walk of water.
Hi there. It's your favorite developer of your single-player RPG. Here to talk to you about another multiplayer offering we have.
Cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards.
My question is, are people still playing this because they're wanting, like, they're just desiring to play something in the Fallout universe?
Somebody right now is like, fishing! Bro, we're adding fishing!
Yeah.
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea. And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails.
I'd rather not.
Can you smell that?
No,
No
I
matter what
can't.
troubles plague the future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb?
No.
Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout.
Ah, community makes a wasteland a waste home.
Nothing warms the heart
Join
like the
today.
next major
And
release from
tomorrow you'll be
Bethesda Game
kicking
Studios.
back
Let's get this
and
fucking
sharing a
show
meal
on the road.
Nothing warms the heart like a Fallout 3 remaster. Right
Oh my
now.
God, please.
Gone fishing. Did you see how they spelled fishing? Fishing.
I didn't.
It was like nuclear fission.
Reactor.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is a DLC for Fallout 76. Yep, you're right. Jerk. Arise. Kirik, I'm curious, how's the live stream holding up for you? Because I'm on vacation right now. I'm at the vacation house in Florida, and I'm curious how it's doing. Any issues that you're noticing?
World premiere.
World premiere. What is this? It's been great. Sweet. Glad to hear it. I was a little concerned because I have a statistic at the bottom of my OBS that's telling me dropped frames, and I've dropped quite a bit of frames, so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't getting choppy or anything. Just some blips and drops because I'm on the road. Okay, fair enough. I mean, it could be on my end as well. Is this Power World? No. What the heck is this?
I mean, you say no, but it does kind of look like it might be the same type of game.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Except you're like taking over the Pokemon. Like, what the heck? Animo?
Anemo?
Gage is into it, Kirk says.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I just want to say thanks to everyone for all the love and support we've seen.
I drafted
since we announced
this
Tony
game
Hawk's Pro
too,
Skater
Gage.
3 and 4 a few months ago. These games have changed my life. But more than that, I've seen them help spread a love and appreciation for skating all over the world. And that means everything to me and the team. I can't wait for you all to experience the game. It's been rebuilt with so much care and attention to
Tony
detail.
Hawk's looking
with some
old.
brand new parks, new music, new skaters,
Watch your mouth, Tim.
and more. And you can enjoy
Just
it all
saying,
with your
he
friends
is.
with up to 8 players in multiplayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
Activision presents. Are we going to get a Call of Duty announcement today?
Interesting, yeah. Because normally there would already be like a bunch of leaks for the new one. It's going to be this, it's going to be that.
Yeah. Because last year we had the direct was Black Ops 6 after the show. Hopefully this game hits as well as the first one. Turtles? What the?
Oh, Glenn's buying the game.
Yeah. Did the original have turtles as like as like a cheat code or anything?
Oh, maybe as a cheat code, yeah.
I feel like I was remembering that for some reason. Doom guy. Oh, play the demo today. That's cool. Get some shredding in.
Please.
World premiere.
It doesn't say first party. Yeah, sorry, Gage.
Every time I see that world premiere logo, I spend like a millisecond gaslighting myself into thinking, have they actually announced State of Decay yet?
Spirit Fair. feel like the middle of the show here is like not catered to me. We started
a little
off
bit of a pacing issue. Strong. Started off so strong.
Granted, it could just be our taste because this isn't my cup of tea. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at right now. What is happening? You're acting like Mom! Did you see that? No. That was the prompt that they selected. You're acting like Mom. These goofy ass games. At Fate's End. Oh.
Please.
Gears.
God damn it.
Oh, this is Reloaded. This is the remaster.
Yeah, I remember that guy getting shanked.
Yep. Marcus. Change gaming forever. Coming to more players than ever before.
Look who decided to show up.
Got it, Baird. Crossplay.
You think you can still find your way back home, Phoenix?
That stupid fucking roadie run.
That's great. Reloaded visuals. The roadie run's iconic, Gage.
Let's do this.
Maybe we should actually beat this now. Since it's cross progression, cross play, cross everything. So you can play on your PC. We don't have to worry about your internet. I'm just saying, yeah. August 26th. That's soon.
World premiere.
Oh, here comes another Japanese fucking anime game.
The absolute disdain in your voice.
Yeah, I know. Oh shit! This actually might be. This might be something exciting for people, though.
Oh, is this Persona?
I think, yep. It's Persona. Persona 4 remake, I think, or remaster, or whatever the hell it is. There you go. Revival.
Reloaded Revival.
I'm sure a lot of people will be excited for that. Oh, and it's in Game Pass. That's actually huge. Oh.
Xbox Game Studios. Please. Please.
The Smugglers League is always.
Oh, Sea of Thieves. Yeah.
You won't see us.
Sea of Thieves expansion.
You won't hear us.
Where the hell is Everwild? Rare's other game. Are we ever gonna see that again?
No.
As smugglers, we deal in the goods others are afraid to handle. Guns, explosives.
And don't forget the rum.
It's a life of danger like no other. So I guess my question is, can you handle that?
Getting your hands on gold is one thing, but you should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the boom, the better. Smugglers need to be adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows. You should be ready to take advantage of others' misfortune.
Oh shit.
Stealing, of course, is always an option. Just do whatever it takes to get the job done. You are pirates, after all.
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League. You're paying for that.
Season 17. It's crazy how long they've supported Sea of Thieves.
Xbox Game Studios, Xbox Game Studios, Xbox.
World premiere.
What? Excuse me?
This is ridiculous. Please, come on.
World fucking premiere. Oh!
There's an animation style again. Oh, is this
this
Invincible? It is.
Oh,
this is
my.
an Invincible game.
Wow.
Wow.
Quarter up. Yep.
Had enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
So is it a 2D fighter? I'm kind of getting the vibe that it's going to be a 2D fighter.
Probably.
My God.
I hoped you'd understand why I had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
I'd like to propose a third option.
3v3 it looks like?
I'm not your son
Yeah.
anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good. I trusted you!
Fight! That sounded like the Mortal Kombat announcer, did it not?
It did.
I like the art style though. It's obviously in the Invincible art style. Tag fighting.
Need a hand? Might want to look up.
See how you like this?
Oh my God.
I am ending you. I see it all now.
Interesting. Kirik, thank you for joining us. Time to bid you farewell. Hopefully by the time I get home, this will still be on. Goodbye, Kirik. Oh, Final Fantasy coming to Xbox? Looks like it. Finally. How long did it take? 4
Yeah, because they haven't had a
5 years?
single one of them, right? They haven't had
Right.
a single one of the Final Fantasy VII remakes come yet.
Correct, yep. Remake Intergrade. Also coming to Xbox.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
Oh, Final Fantasy 16, right? Is that what this is?
Keep track.
The flames are our own, and they burn as one.
Come to me, Ifrit!
Yeah. Getting all the Final Fantasies. Available today. There you go.
Please, please, please.
Ugh.
Please.
World premiere.
God damn it.
We still have like half an hour left. Oh, it is! It just said Game Studios. Xbox Game Studios.
Yeah, but it's not.
Double Fine. Interested to see what they're making. Psychonauts 2 was their last game, I think.
Did they say? I think they said they were doing original IP next, right?
I think so, yeah. You play as a lighthouse?
Hold on, it's looking fun.
What the heck? Keeper. Coming this year? Wow. In October. Yet another October game. We didn't have enough of those, right, Gage?
Everything's coming out, dude.
Insane.
Games like Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine
Oh,
excels
wow.
at creating unique and
Phil
innovative
looks like he
experiences.
lost some pounds.
And Keeper is no exception.
He
Looking ahead,
he definitely has
next
lost
year
weight,
marks
but he's looking
25
healthier
years
than he
of
was
Xbox.
a few months ago.
It's
that's
a
for
big
sure.
milestone for
yeah.
the platform and franchises
He's got some color
that
back in
you
his skin.
helped build
Yeah.
and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's
Are they
been with
already
us
on their
this
last
journey.
thing?
As we think about bringing a new
He
generation
usually
of
shows
players
off
to
the
these
last
iconic
thing.
franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox.
Seems
with a
early
new
to be the
favorite,
last
the
thing,
next Forza,
unless
Gears of War
they have
E-Day,
a
and
full
the return of a classic that's been with us since the
gameplay
beginning.
presentation
Today,
for
you've
Gears
seen
E-Day.
an incredible range of games from creators across the globe. Creators
A
like
14-minute
InXile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork
gameplay
Revolution.
demonstration of Gears E-Day.
Sluggerfly, making Team Meat's modern classic platformer into 3D.
No State of
Square
Decay
Enix,
3.
bringing more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise.
State of Decay is not
to
closing
our
out the
players.
show. Neither is
And
E-Day, I
Team
don't think.
Ninja,
State of
returning to the
Decay is
beloved
coming
series
in
they debuted on
2027,
Xbox.
Gage. I told you.
You've also seen the
No, it's
next
not.
Xbox
Stop saying
hardware
that.
release,
It is.
our Xbox Ally
Telling you.
handheld, which lets you bring your Xbox experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you. We're proud of the creativity that Obsidian is delivering this
Obsidian's
year.
killing it.
Immediately after Showcase, our direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at The Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2.
Oh.
Thanks for joining us
Interesting.
today. But before we get into the
One
direct,
more thing.
we have a final world premiere.
What is it?
Enjoy.
What is it, Phil? How about
It's gonna be
something?
Elder Scrolls.
How about Halo? You know?
World premiere.
How about Halo? You know? There's a butterfly on the world premiere. What does that mean?
It's gonna be Elder
Oh.
Scrolls.
Welcome to the game.
What?
Is that
You've been
a
expecting
Predator
it.
logo?
Please,
No,
follow me.
it's not, right?
You already know us.
The
as
logo's
a global
familiar. What is
tech
that?
leader. Our
I thought it was a
software,
Predator, but
Our systems.
What is that? What do you
combined
mean
with
Predator
our
logo? What
skilled
is that?
team,
I don't know. It
is
looked like a
designed to save
Predator
lives.
head.
Oh.
It's
Your
probably not,
viewers
but
of
that's just what it
service
looked
show
like.
you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you.
That's
to
a famous
Palestinian
actor. I don't
Vision.
remember his name.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future.
What is happening here?
I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
What in the world? Who's the developer for this?
Fear is a powerful thing. David Mason.
Is this Call of Duty?
Menendez.
Just kidding.
Menendez,
Oh,
it is
Call of
Menendez.
Duty. What the hell? I heard Mason, so I was like, is this Call of Duty? It is. Black Ops 7. My god. Alright.
They thought this was a show capper?
Apparently. And this is gonna almost assuredly be similar to Modern Warfare 3, where it's just like an expansion, basically.
That's the thing.
Yeah, that was a disappointing finish.
I don't
but-
care how cool your CG trailer is. I know exactly what the game's gonna look like.
Right. Yeah, that was a little bit
What
of a
a-
letdown.
What a fumble! That's crazy for them to think that.
I should have known
Black
because
Ops-
that. As soon as
Go
we
ahead.
saw that actor, like a famous actor, Call of Duty.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment.
Fergus.
We here at the studio have joked around that this has been the year of Obsidian, with Avowed releasing early this year and now ending the year with 2 more games. And what better way to cap this incredible year for us than by doing what our studio does best, sequels.
That's right. Come in. You can get out of here, Fergus. Thank you so much. No, you're doing
What
great.
the-
You nailed it. The sequel is the lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard. No sequel, no dual SMGs. No sequel, no
Hell
Raccoon
yeah.
Tail.
Halo.
No sequel, no Zune 2, which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had.
There was a Zune 2.
There was a Zune 2? I'm Mark, the head of sequels here at Obsidian, and I have sequelized everything. Blockbuster
So
movies to
stupid.
AAA video games to my first marriage, so trust me, I know what I'm
This
doing.
fits their MO.
Come along
I
on this
love
journey
this.
with me. Part 2.
Let the killing commence.
The Outer Worlds 2 is a sequel to The Outer Worlds 1. It's a continuation of the themes of robber barons in space and how people are controlled by the stories they're told by the people who have power over them. This time we're able to go a lot deeper because we have more time and money, which is a great thing, and we're able to make it a much
Hell
more
yeah.
true Obsidian reactive RPG than we were the first time around. So we're going deeper and more complex with everything for this sequel. Deeper story, lore, RPG interactions, reactivity, all the things we've been known for as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25 years that I've had the chance to do a full sequel for a world that I helped co-create.
That's
It's
cool.
really just a fantastic opportunity to explore and expand the universe in interesting ways, and to go even further with the themes of how people are affected by living in a dystopian corporate reality.
You can shoot your way through it, you can talk your way through it, you can sneak your way through it. And so no matter what kind
We're not
of play
getting
style
Fallout
you like,
Gauge,
this
but
is
we're
just an
getting
awesome
the
franchise
next
and
best
an
thing.
awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
The first Outer Worlds was a great base to start from, as it has all the elements of a great Obsidian RPG. Interesting characters, deep worlds, important choices. In the Outer Worlds 2, not only did we want to double down on those elements, but we wanted to give players even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills and traits that impact things like combat, conversations, and areas that we call RPG interactions, which are the part of the world where players can use their specific skills, perks, and backgrounds to solve problems in unique ways.
That's
in
cool.
our new, bigger worlds.
That's kind of neat.
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create. We prioritize those deeper RPG options with different character builds and combos so players can express their role-playing power fantasies. We also have different equipment options for different playstyles and different companions with different abilities. In the first Outer Worlds, you start off as the Stranger, which was basically a blank slate to build on top of with various attribute points that would begin to define your personal experience in the game. You can make any kind of character you want, but we've given you a role. That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or space sky marshals. They're the good guys that go into places and kind of fix everything that's wrong. You're gonna be one of those. But we don't tell you why you joined the Earth Directorate. There could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have been because you're an actual lawbringer and you want to go in there and spread law throughout the galaxy. It could be that you're a roustabout and you just had nothing better to do. After you pick your background, one of the really important choices you have next is choosing your traits. While we had attributes in the first Outer Worlds, we've leaned into traits for the Outer Worlds 2, which are these big changes to your character depending on which ones you pick. So it could be something like Brilliant, where you can tag extra skills and you start getting extra skill points. And that's obviously really great if that's how you want to build your character. You can also go and do something like Lucky, where you get extra critical chance, and you also get a lot of really cool options throughout the game as well. Of course, we brought back Dumb, so the players love the Dumb option.
Tell me, do you believe in signs? No. Quite what I
The
meant,
dumb
but I
option.
like your contempt for boundaries. I
Did you read
your
that?
adventurous spirit to good use.
I didn't know. What did it say?
Lots of really
He
cool,
said, "Do you
fun
believe in
conversation options
signs?"
in the
And
game,
the
we took that
option
even
read,
further. And again, there's
"You mean
lots of
like the
elements in the game
signs
where you
that
can
say like no
be dumb
trespassing
use
and
that for
stuff like
something.
that?"
Could be something as simple as banging on a machine to get it to work.
That's awesome.
After you've invested in some of your traits, your next choices are going to be choosing your skills. The skills themselves basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your character is doing in the game. That will be everything from playing stealthily to speccing for an explosive specialty. Throughout your entire journey, your character continues to change with the different choices you make. In the Outer Worlds 1, it actually had more skills than we have, so we condensed them down to really the core and essence of what we really wanted there. But we made each point that you put into a skill much more impactful. So instead of getting small percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all these things, because of how they're checked inside the world itself, can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a lot more options in the world itself. If anybody's played Fallout New Vegas, they'll be very familiar with like the perk system. We basically borrowed that.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
even grander. We actually have more perks than Fallout New Vegas did. But here's the cool thing, right? We check and use perks for literally everything, right? So you can do everything from, hey, I want to make a stealthy build that steals stuff and is really good at that. Okay, great. Well, you can take maybe the pickpocketing perk. So that's not available to everybody, but if you select that, now you can actually go around and steal things out of people's
God,
pockets.
this game's gonna be so good. Can't wait.
There's another perk called heavy-handed, right? Where say you're a melee person, what this does is now your power attacks that you use actually knock people down.
Oh man, I really like the serial killer perk. As you start killing people, they will drop hearts. And you can take those hearts, and essentially you're taking these trophies, you could say, and it's actually giving you a permanent health bonus every time you do it.
That's
We have this perk
insane.
called Assassin. Now, this is an early game perk that you can take, which every time you stealth attack an enemy, you're actually going to get a movement bonus for a certain amount of time.
That's cool. Become a serial killer in the Outer Worlds. You get so much health.
Flaws were a system that everybody loved from the first game, but we wanted to make it more personal to the player. We wanted it to really reflect how you were playing the game and give you a bonus that you actually wanted to really engage with.
With the flaw system returning, we knew we needed to go bigger, better, and more real than ever before.
Why they got Ben Schwartz?
We turned to the team. I told them, no bad ideas. Give me what you got. Okay, we need more flaws. We need them to be real. I want to put them in the game, so give me something. Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I have bad knees.
You have bad knees? They hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game.
I know it.
It's a good flaw. What about you?
I like to take small things sometimes.
So you're stealing.
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
I don't.
Claire. Yeah, you shouldn't be stealing. What are you doing? You shouldn't be stealing, Claire.
Tiny crimes.
Tiny crimes? Do you hear the second part, though? It's a crime.
Well,
You're stealing. Claire, that's wrong. You can't steal things, okay? But it's an amazing flaw, and I'm putting it in the game. But you're a bad person. And are you the one that took my stapler?
do you need it?
Yeah. Give it back.
Okay.
Please. You, what do we got? Flaw.
I like to stare at the sun.
How long did you stare at the sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
I get an hour.
An hour.
Oh. Makes me feel energized.
How many fingers am I holding up?
3.
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game because I feel bad for you. Anything else?
One of my favorite flaws is something called bad knees. It will actually give you the option to take this flaw that'll make it so that you move faster throughout the game. But the problem is, anytime you stand up, your knees are going to make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is going to hear you.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
This is really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can actually sell it for more bits than normal. And like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at things in the world that are owned by somebody else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
Shit.
One of our more wacky perks is the
Wow.
Sun Gazer Flaw, and it just gives everyone cataracts while playing their game.
Oh my
everything becomes
God.
light shafts and blooms and hazes, and makes the game
That's
pretty unplayable if you happen
insane.
to choose that perk.
If you happen to be the type of player that habitually reloads your weapons like I do,
Yep, that's
you'll be
me.
offered the flaw of over-prepared. Now, you'll get larger magazine sizes on all of your weapons, but if you ever fully empty your magazine, you're gonna take a debuff for a while.
Oh fuck, I would
More
never have
support
that
options,
problem.
like being a gunslinger who wants to key into destructive weapons, or a rogue who wants to alpha strike their enemies before they know what hit them. We also allow for a lot of
This
fun
is
and experimental
awesome.
builds. You can be a mad
Oh,
scientist. who
Sheldon's
utilizes
in the chat.
gadgets and
Thank God
wacky
they showed the
science
new
weapons
COD
and
as the
armor.
show capper. I was worried that wasn't
Or
gonna
even
come
a
out this year.
psychopath
Yeah, I
who
know.
gains permanent
That's insane.
bonuses to help by murdering their friends.
It shows the impact of these
Tatnat.
build options
that's
better
awesome.
than, in my opinion, the
Tatnat
Bridge
said
area,
he's
which is a
digging the
quest you
shorts.
get
I'm
early on
laughing
in
more than I
Paradise
should. I agree. And Sheldon said, yeah, this is ridiculously stupid in the best way. Yeah, this is
Not only do you
awesome.
kind of
I
encounter this
fucking
very early,
love
and it's a very
Obsidian,
core
and
one
the
to the
Outer
story,
Worlds 2 is looking
but
good.
it really expresses our philosophy of
My
allowing
God.
the player to
They are
solve
slowly
problems
becoming
in
one
a
of the best
bunch of
studios that
ways.
Xbox has. This looks incredible.
This
This is
looks
one of the
awesome.
few deep
by,
dives that
you know,
Xbox has done in
speech
recent
options, and
years
you
where
talk
I'm
to them, and
actually
maybe
like
have to go do a quest for them, and you
engaged
just
with
really
what's
kind of
happening.
prove that you're a
Yeah.
friend of the Protectorate to get by.
I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate.
You could go guns blazing, and you could just take everyone out inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across.
This game also just
ragdoll.
looks gorgeous.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the ragdoll physics are great. The lighting is
You can
awesome.
sneak in, lower
Yeah.
the bridge, and then actually sneak in under the bridge to get over to the other side.
My game of the year of 2019. This is looking like it could be my game of the year this year.
You can bypass the bridge entirely if you found like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from poison gas as you go across, or the double jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across the chasm and get across that way. There's even a really kind of messed up way, right? Which is players can actually sacrifice one of their companions. Their companion who they just found is part of.
We're no different than the breeze if we start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who can't see the wrong in it.
I must admit, I'm surprised we could come to an understanding. But I thank you for your loyalty, stranger. As promised, you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
Wow.
It's such a fun
Sacrifice
quest, but
your
again, it really
companion.
showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to. When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
Wow. Factions and companions. That was
From the
one
very
of the best
beginning
parts
our
of the
discussions
first
about the
game.
Outer Worlds, we really knew we wanted
Companion
every game to
quests
take
were
place in
awesome.
a different colony. This lets us expand on all aspects of the universe. Every colony can be its own thing with its own flavor, and we can center them around anything we want. Any ideas or setting we're interested in. Arcadia is an isolated colony with abundant resources, and it's run by an authoritarian faction called the Protectorate. Their dictatorship is thematically based around the question of how much freedom people will give up for security and luxury. For Protectorate subjects, unfortunately, that answer is everything. The Protectorate is also incredibly wealthy because it was founded by the inventor of the skip drives, which are the Outer World's faster-than-light engines. But those skip drives are starting to cause rifts in space-time, which are cutting off all the other colonies on Earth from being able to trade with each other. The Order of the Ascendant is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original game, and like them are a science-based religion with the same goal of solving the universal equation, which will allow them to predict and alter the future to the benefit of all mankind.
That
They
sounds
used to be
pretty.
part of the Protectorate, but they
Like
split off
nothing
to
could go
focus on
wrong with
solving the
that.
equation for the good of everyone, not as a way to simply control the masses. The player's been sent to Arcadia as an Earth Directorate agent to find out how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done to stop them. Each of the factions have their own solutions to the rift problem and their own goals. The Protectorate wants to close them to protect their legacy as the inventor of the drives and their wealth. The Order wants to close them not only for the good of everyone, but also because they're complicating the math they're using to solve the universal equation. And Antes just wants to be able to open and close them at will to control all the trade routes between the colonies. In addition to expanding the themes and lore of the Outer Worlds, we're also expanding the humor, so each faction has its
That's
own
awesome.
flavor of absurdity. Andy's Choice is a merger between
Dude,
Anti
this
Cleo and
looks.
Spacer's
Oh
Choice
my
from the original
gosh,
game.
that
And there
looks
are corporate
awesome.
representatives in the Outer Worlds too. They've invaded Arcadia to
The
liberate the
visuals
resources for
are
all
just
of humanity
insane.
at a profit, of course.
Love
One
this.
of my favorite things from Fallout New Vegas is the radio system. It was just iconic for me, and I wanted to make sure that the Outer Worlds 2 had
They
that.
know what to say. They just keep
So
name
we actually
dropping
built
Fallout
out
New
3
Vegas.
different radio stations, one for each of the major factions. You also
That's
have a ton of music.
awesome.
Each station might have like I think 20 tracks of unique music that we've made for it. It's a lot of stuff.
That's
But
awesome.
the really cool part about this entire thing is that we actually put a lot of reactivity into the radio. So it will respond to the things that are going on around the world that you've been interacting with. So if you go into a location, let's say you solve a problem for the Protectorate folks, if you listen to the Protectorate radio station, they're going to be cheering you on as a hero.
Wonderful news, everyone.
The Zeranium gas leaks at the Automech repair facility,
Very similar to
strongly believed to be
Fallout.
caused by Auntie's choice malefactors, have been corrected.
Some hotshot for hire just managed to fix the electrum leak in their repair facility. Now, I'm not saying we caused it in the first place, but we sure like the idea of all those broken auto mechanicals and all the excessive gasping and choking involved.
The factions and companions are great examples of how we're going deeper and more complex this time around. They're integrated into the game's storyline much more than we did on the first Outer Worlds, and like with everything else in the game, they have a lot more reactivity. There are 6 companions in the Outer Worlds too. As usual, each has their own quest lines, but this time they are also connected to a different faction and have character arcs that the player can affect through their choices. Your first companion is Niles. He's another Earth-directed agent like you, and he's looking for your help to decide whether he wants to become an even better agent or to turn his back on the Earth Directorate completely. There's also a somewhat cute Automech support drone that is basically Niles' helper. Her name is Val. Marisol's part of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's an aging but still deadly assassin. That's right, she's a deadly mathematician who may or may not have some unfinished business to attend to with the player's help. There's also a cultist named Azza, who is part of a sub-faction that worships the Rifts, and in her case, violence in general. You can choose to either turn her away from overt violence or support her chaotic and dangerous tendencies. At one time, Auntie's Choice had a program to graft soldiers with animal parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work, and most of them are now dead.
Animal parts?
There's a combat medic who survived, however, named Inez.
What
She wants
the
the player to help her fix her graft, among other things. Finally, there's Tristan. He's a protected arbiter who is judge, jury, and executioner all rolled into one heavily armored package. It is your choice to either help him judge wrongdoers or show him what true justice looks like.
We definitely have reactivity in the game based on how you've been treating your companions. I won't reveal the end of the game, but let's say if you have not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
Interesting.
Companions are a very, very important part of merchandising, because that's the real beauty of the sequel. We're talking merch, baby. It is the lifeblood. It is what fuels us. Do you want to see some of my ideas? Hop, hop. Check this out.
Oh my god.
Gen Alpha loves body pillows, especially ones that look like human beings for some reason, right? Who needs a significant other when you could have a knife-wielding space psycho up in your sheets, huh? What do they do with them when they get them, huh? Maybe a little napping, maybe a little snuggling, maybe a little... Nah.
The visuals of the first Outer Worlds depicted a frontier colony in space. The Outer Worlds 2 is driven by an invasion of the Arcadia colony system by Auntie's Choice, which shifts the visuals to be more reminiscent of a World War I-like setting in space. That evolution is seen across all aspects of the game, starting with the factions. How do you militarize everything, including extreme capitalists or math-crazed scientists? In a World War I setting, war comes with propaganda. The Sovereign uses it to maintain control. Auntie's Choice uses it to help their bottom line. The Order just wants to show how it exists within the grand plan. We want players to feel like Arcadia is a living, breathing place scarred by a long-standing war. Fairfield, one of the first towns you encounter, was once under Protectorate control, but has recently been taken over by Auntie's Choice. They don't just occupy the town, they rebrand it with their signature style, repainting buildings, posting guards, and adding propaganda-based holograms featuring Auntie and the Moon Man. Showing the towns evolving after the invasion helps us push immersion for our players. One of our priorities in visually realizing the world of the Outer Worlds 2 was making sure everything is clear and recognizable from the player standpoint. We want to make sure each faction has a particular look and design. So when the player is running across these vast, different environments and landscapes, they're recognizing the motifs and visuals of who they're talking to, what they're going to be talking about, and how that progresses throughout the story. The first Outer Worlds was really about the player interfacing with corporations. And while we have that in the Outer Worlds 2, we really want to express not just the corporations, but how the player interacts with other facets of the world, like government entities or religious structures. And then we elaborate on those.
With larger environments, we wanted to encourage exploration by improving player mobility across the board. Now you can run, slide, double jump, mantle, and parkour your way through all of the nooks and crannies of these worlds. It really allows the
Those
player
are
to just
some nice
explore and
quality
have
of
fun
life
finding really
improvements
cool
for
stuff.
just like your basic movement. The first game was a little clunky when I came to
We've aimed to
that.
make everything in The Outer Worlds 2 better from top to bottom. The RPG elements were the start, but that's touched our story, our art, and especially our gameplay. A good sequel is true to the original. That's first and foremost, right? Like, we all want to add in a bunch of things as you're making a sequel, right? We want to make it bigger and better in every way. That's what we were trying to do here. And I thought, we did not need this consultant. We've made enough sequels. We understand how to do this. And I will say, I don't think it's been entirely successful.
I am very proud of the combat improvements we have made in The Outer Worlds 2, thanks to my patented combat system. You may be thinking to yourself, it can't be that good? Shush, what are you even talking about? You haven't seen it yet. Watch this. Put a helmet on, because I'm about to blow all of your minds with my COMBAT system, combat system. My name is Mark, I'm the head of sequels. Shall we begin? You're thinking, what's C for? C, capitalize the fact that the people loved the first game. We're gonna take those people, we're gonna make them buy the sequel, giving out pounds, pounds, pounds. Look at not you,
This
Dan.
is so
Here we
stupid,
go.
it's
What comes
funny.
after C? O. Optimize for player satisfaction. I am terrified of online gamers, okay? I want to make them happy. So let's, okay? All right. Mobilize the players so they're ready for that sweet pre-order. Clap with me. Sweet. You don't have rhythm, Brandon, just say it. Sweet pre-order. Everybody has a different rhythm, and it's blowing mine, and here we go. B, burglarize. What is this? It's basically just finding new ways to loot dead bodies. You know what I mean? Right, Otis? Okay, well, it's a big part of the game. A, you gotta agonize about how many people are gonna be angry that we have just put so much combat into this thing and almost no romance at all. We should look at ourselves. What is wrong with us, huh? We can't have one love story in this? How many people have been in love? Raise your hands. Raise your hand if you're in love. Okay, are you lying?
I have a wife.
Put your hand down. T, trois. In French, that means two, sequel.
I think that means 3.
Okay, you're getting ahead of yourself. Come on, Claire. We're on 2.
Trois
And how do
does
we end
mean
it? Anything is possible. And we've established that we're the best there is, and there's no sequel better than us. And if I could just say one more thing, thank you very much. I know I've kind of changed the world of video games today.
For The Outer Worlds 2, we wanted to improve gunplay in every way. We focused on improving the feel of each weapon, the way a weapon snaps into ADS, the way recoil feels when firing, and how impactful our sound effects really sell the weapon's fantasy, to things like how unique reload animation can add a lot of character to each weapon. We've
that is
increased the
true.
variety of weapons by including new weapon types, but also through a host of fun and unique weaponry. We have things like the Borscht Blaster that fires out tumors that can explode like grenades. Or can even be eaten by the player for additional health. We have a weapon
What
called
the heck?
Rookie's Reward that will actually level up the more you use it throughout the game. And every time it levels up, it's got fun fanfare where it's like shooting out confetti and it's got a fun little setup. We have a really fun weapon called the pop-up gun. It fires out ad drones that will distract your enemies with corporate ads, slogans, and jingles.
Incredible.
While your enemies are distracted, you can focus fire on them or explode these drones for additional damage. New to The Outer Worlds 2 are throwables. So you can use frag grenades to flush out enemies, smoke grenades to camouflage and escape, distraction devices to bait enemies into a stealth attack.
Huh? What was that?
Something over there.
There's even science grenades that will levitate enemies, allowing you to fire upon them
Ooh,
while they float helplessly.
those are cool.
And of course, science weapons are back. We have returning favorites, like the Shrink Ray. This time it's been upgraded, so you can shrink your enemy down to the size of a sprat and run over them, exploding them into bits.
The Shrink Ray, that was probably my favorite one from the first game, so we brought it into the second game, but we improved it though. So instead of shrinking your enemies for a short period of time and having them re-expand, this time they stay shrunk. And
That's
we actually
awesome.
added in the ability to step on them and kind of squish them and kick them, because we knew that that was the player fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to do. They wanted to step on the enemies, they wanted to kick them. So we made sure to double down on that stuff.
In addition to things like our returning favorites, we also have some really fun and unique new science weapons. One of them is called the Armageddon. This one's really cool because it actually shoots out these masses that are like these little arms that will stick to people or cover all kinds of different things, and they will continue to just hit them until they get destroyed. And we have another one that's just super cool called the Spectrum Dance Saber. This is a melee weapon that actually lets you attack to a musical beat. And if you continue to do that, you'll actually get additional bonuses each hit you do.
That's interesting.
One of my personal favorite weapons is called the Big Bang. It's just a big freaking gun that uses material harvested from rifts to shoot out a giant ball of energy, vaporizing everything in its path. Now, ammo's extremely rare for this weapon, but you can use it in just the right situation to devastating effects.
Wow.
Like another great one is Gary. If you wear Gary, you
What?
lash out at your opponents as you're walking through combat. So we even have science armors, and we've really kind of shown off what we thought was really great for the player from a science perspective.
We're all about letting people play the game that
Insane.
they like. There are some players who prefer to be immersed in a first-person view, taking in all of the details. But there are others who really prefer to take the world in from a third-person perspective. Why not allow both? Well, now you can swap between the two, letting you enjoy the experience
Game of
in
the
whatever
year
way you like.
right now. Say it, Gage.
One of the things
And
I
the
really
animations
like
look
about having
good.
the third-person
There
mode
you go.
is being able to see all of the fun and unique armors and armor combinations.
There you
and
go.
weapons that you
That's
can
exactly why I wanted it. I agree,
all
Obsidian
of the
developer.
actions that you could do in first person, so you're double
Huge.
jumping around. You get to see your character in that way.
Huge.
And you get to take in the world and see things in a different light.
Very cool.
The Outer Worlds 2 is really the biggest game we've ever made.
Game of
Bigger
the year.
choices,
Game of
more
the year
activity,
2025.
more
Yeah,
weapons,
it might be
more
mine.
things to find in each of the worlds the players can visit.
Everything
the
I'm
team has
seeing,
done
it
incredible work
looks
bringing the Outer Worlds 2 to life.
amazing. What?
And we can't wait for you to play it.
Even though we've always been a multi-project studio, this is going to be the first time we've ever released 3 games in 1 year.
That's insane.
It feels amazing to do. We're so excited for more people to be playing our games. It is truly an exciting time here at Obsidian. We're exploring worlds big and small while expanding on franchises that we've created, and we have no plans to slow down. We hope
Hell
you all
yeah.
continue to come along with us as we do what we do best, make your worlds your way.
Obsidian is cooking.
With The Outer Worlds 2, we're all about the best place to play, which is also the promise of Xbox. You can play The Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it may be hard to play it when you're staring at all these beautiful holes. Let's cut that. You can play The Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox. Oh yeah, now that's Microsoft. Or you can take a phone call on this Xbox, then play The Outer Worlds 2 right after. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Hello? What am I doing? I'm playing The Outer Worlds. Hello? Yeah, this is Mark. I didn't know I had jury duty today. You could play The Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it takes 2 people to lug around safely. We're gonna go up to my apartment, okay? And this is an Xbox you actually wear that also plays The Outer Worlds 2. What do you think, Claire?
This is amazing.
Are you playing?
I think so.
Fantastic. Now, this is actually not an Xbox, so you cannot play The Outer Worlds 2 on it. Can't play anything on this. I guess Bread. You ever play Bread where you take it out of one slot, put it in the other? I don't have friends. If you pre-order the premium edition now, you'll get early access, which is like a prequel to the sequel, or is launch the sequel to the pre-order, or like, why are any of us alive at any time? It doesn't matter. Either way, my job here is done. It's time for the Grounded 2 portion of the Direct, which is sort of like the sequel to the Outer Worlds 2 portion of the Direct, which I absolutely just hit a home run with. You know, it's really nice to see my influence go on to other games. Take it away, team. And big exit.
Rounded 2 now. This is actually a beefy section of the show. I like this, actually.
We're so proud of Grounded. What started as a small passion project to make a quirky game where you're shrunk down to the size of an ant, trying to survive in a backyard, grew into something way bigger than we ever imagined. Over 25 million of you jumped in, explored, built, crafted, and fought off giant bugs together. Y'all helped make the entire experience very special to us. The team's been cooking up a ton for Grounded 2, and we're so excited to talk about it. I had to grease some palms to steal a bit of time from the direct to give you a deeper look. There were so many possibilities and ideas that didn't make it into the first game, so with the sequel, we have the chance to dream bigger. To achieve those dreams, we partnered with the amazing folks at Eidos Montreal.
Oh.
Together, we're taking Grounded from the backyard to an even larger world, the Brook Hollow Community Park.
Eidos Montreal helping. A great
When we started
developer,
working on
mind you.
Grounded 2, we knew that we wanted to make a bigger world. Fortunately for us, Eidos Montreal became our main partner on developing Grounded 2. They have a lot of similarities to the sorts of things that are important to us at Obsidian. They tend to make very narratively strong games. They make games with really deep characters and great character progression. They make
Guardians
games
of
with
the Galaxy.
great gameplay.
Great.
Everyone at Eidos Montreal is thrilled and honored to be
ASX.
working with Obsidian Entertainment. Our two studios share a lot of DNA. The same things that are important to Obsidian Entertainment are important to us. Choice and consequences, player communities, and doing justice to great IPs and great franchises. The fact that we're the first partners that they're working with to make a sequel to their franchise feels like we're an important part of their history.
The events of Grounded 2 take place 2 years after the first game. The same 4 teenagers are returning.
So there's Max, Hoops,
Willow,
and Pete.
They're a couple years older, which means they've gone through a bit more high school, a bit more mature. It's 1992. The world's a little bit different.
Hey, my birth
But
year.
we're still in that fun, nostalgic era of the early 1990s. In Grounded 2,
God,
we're
you're
moving
so
the action
old,
out of the
dude.
backyard and into the Brook Hollow Community Park. Not only is it bigger, it allows us to tell a lot more stories and expand the world of Grounded by exploring what the community of Brook Hollow has been up to and what they've been through.
The park overall is about 3 times the size of the backyard, and our initial starting area is actually the same size as the entire backyard from the first Grounded. The reason we wanted to move into a park wasn't just to create a bigger world, but was to give us the opportunity to explore the community of Brook Hollow and what secrets have they been hiding.
What we love and what we're excited about in terms of the park is the opportunity to create environments and landmarks that are mundane at normal size, but are colossal wonders when you're the size of an ant. Everything from a giant trash can to a community picnic table or a snack bar. All of these areas come to life in a brand new way.
Part of the fun in Grounded 2 is that the park was evacuated really quickly right before our teens were shrunk. And that means that the park has been sort of turned upside down and is in a topsy-turvy state. And that leads to really fun environmental storytelling, but it also leads into the creation of amazing biomes for our characters to explore. One of my favorite examples of this is the ice cream cart. In all of the commotion, the ice cream vendor's cart has been knocked over and its contents have spilled out into the ground. And what this means for our young adventurers is that they'll be able to explore this frozen cave of interesting challenges and colorful Lovecraftian horror.
We have one anthill that's actually somebody decided to bury a bunch of toxic stuff in the park. And so there's all these toxic chemicals underground. The environment looks very cool and very spooky with all of these sort of chemical pools. And of course, nothing can live down there except for one type of insect, the cockroach.
Bro.
We're oftentimes reinventing environments, and in future updates, you're gonna see a ton of new stuff. You do a lot of fighting against insects of all shapes and sizes. We didn't just want it to look better, we also knew we wanted to add a new layer of strategy. The changes that we've made aren't limited to tuning animations or adjusting attack or defense numbers, or making characters or insects move faster or slower. But we did all that too, but there's also an entire sort of rock, paper, scissors strategy involving light attacks, heavy attacks, and blocking. We've also added dashing as a new way to both get out of danger quickly or jump in for a quick attack. And almost all the insects in the game will have these abilities now too. Sort of like a chess match, but one that's super frenetic, looks super cool, and is ultimately just a ton of fun. We're leaning into clear play styles for tanky warriors, low defense, high damage rogues, effect-wielding mages, and ranged hunters. In the first Grounded, we have mutations, and there were weapons and armors that favored different playstyles. In Grounded 2, not only will there be passive mutations, but there will also be active mutations. And a lot of those mutations support these archetypes.
My favorite way to play pretty much any game is chasing after those game-breaking builds. And that's why I'm so excited for what we're doing with archetypes in Grounded 2. I'm all in on the rogue. Now, you can even dual-wield daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks ambush, assassin, and cardiofan mutations with the wolfbane daggers and the wolf spider armor. It lets me open up combat with massive backstab damage that also inflicts venom. Then, I can use the extra stamina to reposition and try to dodge, rinse, and repeat. It's high risk, high reward, and absolute chaos in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing what wild combos the community comes up with and what they inevitably break once they get their hands on the archetype system. It's going to be awesome watching it evolve with player feedback and watching us try to keep up with all of your game-breaking builds.
One of the great things about Grounded is the variety of players it attracts, from builders to crafters and everything in between. If you've ever watched me on Casually Grounded livestream, you'd know that I'm neither. I am a murderer.
Oh my god.
Personally, I prefer the term harvester. I love going out, hitting things, and bringing the materials like insect body parts back to my friends to use. This way, we keep progressing and playing together.
We're also trying to make sure that armor and equipment are easily understood by the player, especially when they're playing co-op with their friends. It was really, really important for us to deliver on all of that for the bigger space and experience, because that was the only way we could truly support the feature the community has been asking for since the very first Grounded release. Mounts. Our mounts, we call them buddies, have an entire suite of moves and have their own special abilities and attacks.
We really wanted the buggies to be an extension of the player in every way possible. And that meant making sure that buggies had unique and valuable abilities across all the core pillars of Grounded. So that doesn't just mean exploration and travel. That has gameplay implications for combat, crafting, and building as well. Just like how we wanted to expand on player play styles throughout the game, we're going to make sure that every buggy that we add has its own personality.
The Red Ant Soldier can enlist up to 2 Red Ant workers to follow you around and help you out. If you get into combat and you don't want to fight while you're saddled on your buggy, you can jump off and they'll fight right alongside you and provide support. The Orb Weaver buggies are a little less useful when it comes to general utility, like building a base or harvesting, but they're awesome when it comes to combat. Sure, their defenses aren't super strong, but they're heavy hitters. They're also super fast, and they have some great special abilities, like a Scream that allows them to stun lesser-powered insects, and the ability to shoot webs and entangle other creatures. So the Orb Weavers won't be your base-building buggy. You should use the Red Ant Soldier for that. But they're super fun for exploration and combat. Red Ant Soldiers and Orb Weaver Spiders will be available at Game Preview launch. There will be others in the future, but those are the 2 we're starting with. The connection that our Grounded community has with us is something we want to keep forging with the sequel as we make an even bigger game than the original.
Pretty much from day one, we knew we wanted to return to Game Preview for Grounded 2. Sure, it comes with some trade-offs, like the game's not done and it's out to the world. but there's so much value in building it alongside the community. Buggies change how you traverse and navigate the park. What we're doing with Grounded 2 is we're actually keeping zip lines held back so we can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak zip lines to bring them back over time to really complement that buggy experience and make exploring the park far more fun. That kind of feedback loop helped shape the original Grounded, and we wanted to shape the design for Brook Hollow Park, archetypes, buggies, all of it. We also learned a lot from that first time around. One thing that stood out immediately, players blaze through our content, especially the story. That makes sense. Story, characters, world building, that's kind of Obsidian's thing. It's the flavor we bring to the survival genre. So this time, we're starting with a much bigger baseline.
There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will.
One of our favorite parts of the first game was watching the community uncover clues and spin up theories. This time around, we're leaning even more into that, and we'll be keeping a close eye on what our players discover and how they interpret it. Because you never know what might inspire us as development moves forward.
We really started to hit our groove at the end of Grounded 1. We found that being open about what we were planning and then following through was key to building trust with the community. As a small team, we had to experiment with update pacing and scope, and what we found resonated the most with all of you were bigger, beefier updates, even if it took us a little longer to land. So that's the plan. Larger, more complete updates spaced out just enough so we can take your feedback seriously and make every drop count. You can expect in our big updates, new buggies, new biomes, new building pieces, all the good stuff. And we're launching with a public roadmap so everyone knows what to be excited about in the future.
All of us at Obsidian Entertainment and Eidos Montreal are super excited about how close we are to letting all of you players get shrunk a second time and explore the all-new park on buggies in Grounded 2. If you're a returning Grounded player, we're really looking forward to you experiencing all the improvements. If this is your first time getting Tiny, then all I can tell you is that a world with an entirely new perspective and an entirely new feel awaits you in Brook Hollow Park. It's time to ride together and survive together.
Grounded 2.
Is that it? That's the end. October 29th for freaking Outer Worlds 2. We couldn't have fit any more games in October if we wanted to. Oh, that was the middle of the show there, kind of going into the end, got a little stale, I think. But the Outer Worlds 2 presentation, that was awesome. I'm so excited for that.
Let's do this.
There was a lot of good individual showings for their games, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Clockwork had a great showing. That Don't Nod game had a great showing.
For sure.
Outer Worlds 2, it all looks great. It's just like, yeah, middle towards the end, you get that sort of, I don't want to say filler because everybody's excited for some of these games, but
yeah,
slows down a little bit. Also, absolute fucking bizarre choice to have Call of Duty, a CGI Call of Duty trailer be the show capper. I don't know what they were thinking there.
Yeah, in terms of like the mainstream, I get it, I guess, because the mainstream player is looking for Call of Duty as like a highlight, but in terms of us, it's not an exciting show capper.
I mean, is the mainstream player even watching this show though? I feel like
that's fair. Yeah, they're probably not watching the show, but like probably the news being generated from it, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
I think it should have been a different part of the presentation for sure.
Right.
I don't know. I am surprised we didn't see Gears E-Day, so I guess I still think that it's coming next fall though, so I feel like maybe they're gonna show it off next year and then release it, 5 months later or whatever, kind of like what they're doing with Outer Worlds 2, I guess. Like next year, maybe we'll have a Gears E-Day direct after the event. Or maybe Fable, actually, because we didn't see Fable either, or Perfect Dark. No Fable, no Perfect Dark.
They got a lot of things that are stacking up closely to one another, so it'll be interesting to see what they decide to prioritize in the coming months.
Yeah.
Because if they're going to want to spread these things out, that means we're going to need to get something. Maybe at the Game Awards, something gets a big showing. One of these games that's due out in 2025, and then again in next summer, like you said, one of the other games gets another showing. But
yeah, kind of like they did do that with Outer Worlds too, when they showed it at Game Awards, like what you're saying. That makes sense. They do that again.
Don't they have
this year.
Don't they sometimes do a showcase in like January, February as well? Or
yes,
am I?
Yeah, they do.
They got a couple of opportunities.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff though. Clockwork Revolution. I'm excited for that. That had a good showing as well. Like a 3 to 4 minute trailer. I feel like that went for a long time. Yeah. And Exile, I feel like, is really, they're turning into like Obsidian. Like they started with just making these smaller, like over the top RPGs, and now they're diving more into 3D RPGs. So it's cool to see them continue to get bigger. So I don't know. It's an exciting time, Gage. Exciting time.
It's an extremely exciting time.
Obsidian.
This October is going to be busy.
Yes, it will. Obsidian continues to cook, and October will be insane.
Sheldon's in the chat, says that Planet of Lana 2 looked cool, and he just played the first one recently. It was pretty fun.
Oh, yeah, that did look really cool.
It did, yeah. Like I said, it was giving me Playdead vibes. I've not played the first one, but
me either.
The second one is coming to Game Pass, so that might be a fun little cozy game to boot up and experience.
For sure. Kirik said he just got back home. Is it over? Yes, it just ended, Kirik. They showed off the Outer Worlds 2 Direct, which both Gage and I thought looked awesome, and Grounded 2. They went in depth on that as well at the end. But yes, they showed off a teaser of an Xbox handheld. It's the one that's in partnership with Asus ROG. So it's not their own device that they were rumored to be making, but it's their partnership device with them. And Kirik's also a big fan of Outer Worlds. Hell yes. Number 2 looks amazing. I would definitely recommend you pull up the stream and watch the whole Outer Worlds 2 Direct, because it was very impressive.
Extremely, extremely impressive, yes.
Yeah. Very excited for that game, and it might be my game of the year. We'll see. Obviously, I got to play it first, but a lot of very exciting stuff coming to that game. And the fact that it has third person mode, Gage, and you were like, man, that's one thing that it's holding back for me. And they're like, here's third person.
They just threw that in there. That was perfect.
Yeah. Sweet. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us in the chat. Pat, Nat, Sheldon, Kirik, thank you guys for watching with us. It was a pleasure. Gage, any parting words for them?
This is your resident Embark Glazer signing off.
All right.
See you in October.
See you guys Wednesday. We'll be, I'm sure, discussing some more depth.